Welcome back. Those at the helm of Omaha Symphony say the future is bright for this hidden gem. I met with the Symphony's president and CEO, Jennifer Boomgarden Dowd. She says while they are without a principal conductor right now, they're looking at it as an opportunity.
Think about the Omaha Symphony, and we really think about how we are an adaptable, innovative, and relevant resource for our entire community. So that is doing amazing programs on the stage of the beautiful Holland Performing Arts Center, but it's also all the work we're doing outside of our community. So as we think about our next leader, we want to make sure that they are as passionate about what we are doing outside of our concert hall as what we are doing inside of our concert hall. And so as we get to know these folks, they need to be incredible musicians, of course, but they need to also have this incredible commitment to the community that is so important to the Omaha Symphony.
It's been reported nationally there's been a drop in ticket sales and donations. You guys have had the challenge over the years as well, ever since the pandemic really, it hit everybody. How do the financials look now? How does the symphony look?
You know, we are so fortunate in this community because of the culture of philanthropy that exists here. And frankly, as we search for our next leader, one of the things that I tell the people we get a chance to know is Omaha is one of those places where if you can articulate a compelling vision, it will be supported here. And our home here at the Holland Performing Arts Center is an example of that, as is so many other things in our community, including the Riverfront, another partner of ours, the Luminarium, the zoo, everything going on at the Med Center, just the incredible growth in the community. And we are the beneficiaries of that. And so grateful to the members of this community that support this organization and help us build a thriving arts community, which is an anchor to a thriving city.
How is the relationship business-wise with the musicians themselves? I mean, some people may not realize that these musicians these are the people in your neighborhood, right? They live in the neighborhood.
Well, and that's exactly right. And I think that's one of the things that makes us different, right? Our Omaha Symphony musicians, they live here, they work here, they raise their families here. And consequently, in addition to what they do on our stage, they really are part of the musical infrastructure here. Many of them are on the faculty at UNO, at UNL, at Creighton. They're teaching private lessons. Many of them are working with the Omaha Conservatory of Music here. There are church musicians, there are chamber music musicians. You'll see them playing for weddings. And that's part of the value of having a professional symphony orchestra in your community is, in addition to the work that they're doing with the orchestra, these folks are impacting this community in powerful ways through their craft.
Finally then, if I ask you how's the future look, you will say it looks bright. What has to happen to make sure that the future is bright?
We need to continue to invest in our product. So that's investing in our people and our musicians. We need to continue to do great programming both on the stage of our concert hall and outside of our concert hall. We need to be an adaptable, innovative resource to as broad a base of this community as we can think about. So as we think about expanding our programming both on our stage and off our stage. And we need to continue to be truly grateful to the philanthropic community here who supports the Omaha Symphony, but also supports the vast array of arts and culture that make this city a great place to live.
Well, how critical is it for the city of Omaha and the metro area that you're here?
When you think about a thriving city, you of course have to have jobs, and you of course have to have schools, and you of course have to have an affordable place for people to live, but you also have to have something to do, right? And you need to be able to feel connected to your community. And the Omaha Symphony can be part of both of those things, right? Great entertainment, great art is part of who we are, but also creating great connection and using this amazing thing we call a symphony orchestra to connect our community in powerful ways.
I love it. And if you missed any part of the show or if you want to watch it again, it's available on the very local app. All KETV News Watch 7 reports are there on demand and for free. And on KETV.com also is a list of those programs for kids that we told you about. Finally, you've probably heard of Friedrich Nietzsche. He's the German philosopher. He can be pretty pessimistic, but he did have a quote about music that I like. He wrote that without music, life would be a mistake. Pretty fundamental to my life and to the folks inside the Holland Performing Arts Center. I'm Rob McCartney. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here next Sunday morning for KETV News Watch 7's Chronicle.